really diametrically opposed games where Del Val, big plays, won it by a couple of scores, and it comes down to a safety in South Plainfield's opener against East Brunswick.
I mean, yeah, you said it. Two different types of teams. One a little more high-flying, one is a little more rough and tumble here. This one should be fun, but again, two clashing ideologies here. Should make for a fun matchup here.
Now, I talked briefly with both coaches on the field before the game, and I asked Billy Hamilton, the head coach of South Plainfield, if they were healthy, and really didn't give me an affirmative answer there. So we'll see how they're banged up and how the next man up does for the Tigers.
I mean, that's what it is in football. It's always a next man up mentality, regardless of who's injured. If you get hurt, someone's got to be able to step up in his place.
Now, I also had a chance to meet this week with Ben Eibach. He is the head coach of Delaware Valley, and said he has a young team that's starting to learn and wants to learn varsity football. Show you a little bit of that clip.
You talked about being a young team. Is it a young, experienced team or a young team that was behind a large group of seniors
we
last
had
year?
We had a large group of seniors graduate last year. We have 3, maybe 4 starters back on both offense and defense. So a lot of these guys didn't get varsity experience last year. So again, they're learning. They learned in our scrimmage earlier, and then our joint practice with another team earlier this season. And again, they just a lot of resiliency. Make a bad play. A lot of them ask great questions and want to get better. And I'm hoping that I hope that carries on the rest of the season. But I think it's going to make us better in the long run as we continue to go throughout the season.
Now, we're with you a little bit early tonight. It is a special night here at Del Val, as they are going to honor the military here on Military Appreciation Night. We have a color guard of veterans out there. We have the fire department with a huge flag directly across from us. They're going to do a ceremony that we will bring you live before the kickoff tonight. And this is just one of the ways, having covered wrestling here, this is a community that rallies around its school and its sports, and its school and its sports rally around the community.
Indeed, as you can see, the crowd here decked out in their red, white, and blue, supporting the American veterans here tonight, as the Del Val Terriers are set to make their entrance here at Weapon Warrior Field.
Stay like that, and you're going to follow them out.
Very Cal reminiscent uniforms, University of California there. It's a dark navy blue with a yellow wording and numbers, and Val on the helmets that you'll see as they run through the banners and onto the field. You want the players on the field for the Veterans Honor. Just waiting for the teams.
Still waiting here for the teams to make their entrance. As you can hear the guitar riffs and the crowd on their feet.
And the crowd getting restless. Make them wait a little bit. Here they come, the Delaware Valley Terriers, with a record of 1-0, make their entrance into the end zone here at Tap Webb Memorial Field. There is no better place in the world to be on a Friday night than at a high school football game and I will die on that hill.
No, sir, I'm 100% with you on it. No place I'd rather be than right here, right now, at Tapwap Memorial Field alongside you.
South Plainfield will make their entrance. And here they come, white with green trim, white helmets with a green P on the side.
It's actually a paw print on the side of the helmet there, a la Clemson. It is a green paw print on the side of their helmets, I believe. At least on one side, you might be right about
one side's a paw, it might be one side a paw print. And we're going to turn it over to the public address announcer for the honoring of our military.
They want me to let you know that Delaware Valley is a proud member of the Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Skyline Conference. This athletic contest is being conducted according to the rules of the Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players, spectators, and can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion directed towards officials, opposing players, coaches, and spectators should not be tolerated, and the violator could be subject to ejection. Anyone in attendance is required to take personal responsibility for their keeping the competition at a high level of good sportsmanship. Be sure your actions set a good example for players, students, and youngsters in attendance. Use of tobacco, alcohol, illegal substances, of course, is prohibited on school ground. Possessing such substances will result in removal from the event, and school and disciplinary actions. Legal consequences could be forthcoming. Once again, we welcome South Plainfield and wish all teams good luck in tonight's game. Tonight, of course, the Delaware Valley student section selected a USA theme in honor and remembrance of red, white, and blue. Almost 24 years ago, the United States experienced an unthinkable tragedy as a terrorist attack attacked American targets. With that being said, we ask that all in attendance tonight observe a moment of silence in remembrance of the nearly 3,000 victims who perished in September 11th, 2001. Thank you. At this time, we direct your attention to center of the field, I should say, where we recognize members of the armed services that have served our country and the Delaware Valley community. A member of the administrative team at Delaware Valley, she served 6 years in the New Jersey Air National Guard, participating in joint force missions both domestically and abroad. During her service, she received the Nuclear Deterrence Operations Service Medal, the Humanitarian Service Medal, the Air Force Achievement Medal, and the Army Commendation Medal. I give you Dr. Ariel Gilbert. Of the 559th Field Artillery Group, member of the Southern European Task Force and NATO, was a language specialist and security officer as well as an expert in special weapons. Served tours of duty in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. James Kaluska. A member of the Delaware Valley School District, serving as the athletic trainer for over 30 years. She is a U.S. Army Reserve with the rank of sergeant. She served as a medical specialist in the 74th Field Hospital and the 219th U.S. Army Hospital from 1990 to 1998. She is your beloved trainer here in Delaware Valley, Miss Diane Kovach. A member of the Transportation Department here in Delaware Valley, he served the U.S. Army. U.S. Army Reserve 78th Lightning Division for 7 years and was stationed at Camp Kilmer in Edison, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Mortensen. Member of the Building and Grounds Department of Delaware Valley for the past 15 years. He served 9 years the Army National Guard. 11 Charlie Mortimer was responsible for activated to the George Washington Bridge in response to the security area after the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aaron Hassel. Member of the Delaware Valley Building and Grounds Department, he served in the USMC Reserves for 6 years, achieving the rank of E4 Corporal, and worked as an 0651 Cyber Network Specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Trevithick. Operation Restore Hope in Somalia, Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joseph Greco. A USNC sergeant from 1966 to 1969. He served in Vietnam, 1967, 1968 with Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marines, 3rd Marine Division as 0311 Rifleman. He was awarded the Purple Heart and Combat Action Ribbon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Paulus. A U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant. He was deployed twice to Iraq with his unit. He is a 2003 Del Val graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Wing. A U.S. Marine Corporal. He served in Vietnam from 1967 to 1968 with my company, 3rd Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Mayor Division, and is the 0311 Rifleman Combat. He was wounded during the Tet Offensive and awarded a Purple Heart and Combat Action Ribbon for his service during the offensive. 2 grandsons, Hunter and Jared Leeds, graduated from Del Val. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lawrence Honan. A U.S. Marine Corporal. He served in Vietnam from 1966 to 1969, 68 I should say, 69, sorry, with Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 9th Marines as an 0311 Rifleman. He was awarded a Purple Heart and a Combat Action Ribbon. I give you Mr. Adam McCall. The U.S. Army Special Forces, he served in Vietnam from 1969 to 1971 with the 198th, 196th American Division. He was awarded 3 Bronze Stars, 2 with Valor, and a Vietnam Gallantry Cross. I give you Mr. Pat Dzumick. The U.S. Marine Corporal. He served in Vietnam from 1968 to 1969 with 1st Battalion, 11th Marines, with artillery and rifle platoons. He was awarded the Vietnam Gallantry Cross and Combat Action Ribbon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Greg Mokarski. And last but certainly not least, the Marine Corporal from 1987 to 1991. He served in Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm in 1991, Charlie Company, 1st Battalion, 6th Marines as 0341 60mm mortars. He was awarded the Combat Action Ribbon for his service. I give you Mr. Jim Primer. To all the police, fire, first responders, and service members that have dedicated themselves to protect and serve, we thank you for your service and the dedication you have all shown to our community and our country. Now at this time, we'd like you to please rise and remove your hats if necessary. As Del Val's own Sage Hassan sings our national anthem.
Joshua, you're live. Can we find who's singing national anthem? I think they're Joel, tilt down. Is it? Yeah, red shirt, a little bit. Ready?
Amazing job from our singer there. And thank you to all branches of the military that are coming to support and serve our country. We are eternally grateful for your sacrifice and all that you do for the country here. We're just about set for kickoff here between the South Plainfield Tigers and the Del Val Terriers. Should be a fun one here. Mark Sirdashney on with John Kovach. Should be a great time here tonight. Now as we get to kick off here, get to here for this.
Sage Hassan with the national anthem for us, singing a cappella from the track while on crutches.
I mean, that's just impressive in and of itself. She's got the crutches on and can sing at the same time. As we're getting set here for the coin toss, I believe the veterans here might be helping us out with that.
Our fall sports season is brought to us by Harrington Companies and Contractors, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition.
We are thankful for all of our great sponsors here at the Garden State Athletic Network for helping us cover all the great action in all the fall sports we do.
And the veterans are staying on for the coin toss.
Oh, John, I am feeling the goosebumps already, my friend. I am ready for a great matchup on a Friday night. As you said, there is no place better to be on a Friday night than at the high school and at a football game.
No place I'd rather be. I'm sure there's people who would debate the point with you, but
I'm fully with you on that one. I couldn't agree anymore.
lots of action tonight as we get going with week 1.
Sounds better than week 0, doesn't it?
It certainly does. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Be coming to you from Pompton Lakes, where they are welcoming North Arlington. Weather could be a factor in that one. Keeping an eye on that.
And we're also live right now, thanks to our partners at Lighthouse Sports Network. Rumson Fairhaven is facing Brick Memorial in the Shore Conference, sponsored by Lexus Freehold. As we see some students decked out in their red, white, and blue for the night. Across the way, we see the students of South Plainfield, or is that the band, decked out in their all black. It's a little surprising considering their team colors are usually green and white.
South Plainfield won the toss and chose to receive. They want to get the ball.
No, I think that's a good idea from South Plainfield. You want to set the tone here early.
If you're coming off a tight win, head coach certainly made it clear to me that they weren't 100%. Get the ball and try to set the tone early. Try to build some confidence in your club.
Absolutely, yeah. Build that confidence up. Get the momentum early. And like I said, if you're not 100%, you got to be able to do that in a game like this, because if in the long run, the more you hold off on it, the more your defense and your team is going to get worn down, especially when you're not at 100% health. It sounds like I'm talking like a video game. Not at 100% health.
Just noticing the Believe inside the paw print in the Terriers logos at the 30-yard lines. Nice little touch there.
As we have number 16 here, that is Braden Costello, ready to get us started here tonight.
Deep for the Tigers are Jaden Jones, number 1, junior, and number 4, Kenneth Young, a senior. Looks like it's going to Young. He's going to field it around the 3-yard line. Has a wedge, follows it, broke through the first couple of tacklers, got it out to the 23, 24-yard line, and that is where South Plainfield will take over.
Decent return ahead of him there, getting around a little bit more than what a touchback would have been.
I'll tell you what, the return was set up well. He had a good near wedge. Good coverage by Delaware Valley. Lined it up at quarterback. Hayden Hook Number 12, he's in the gun. Double split, double wing. And a timeout called before the first snap by South Plainfield.
That's not the way you want to start.
Again, we're coming to you live from Delaware Valley Regional High School. John Kovach, Mark Sirdashney, live at Tap Webb Memorial Field. Delaware Valley hosting South Plainfield. God, you hate losing a timeout that early.
True that, especially in a game like this, which is going to be highly contested. But I give the crowd some credit. They caused that.
I don't know what caused that. They're in a different set. It may be that the set was wrong. Now you're in a double wing with a full back jet motion reverse.
And that's number 2, Brandon DiGironimo on the carry there for about, I want to say, 4.
Nah, it's closer to 6. Scissors counter there, and that might be what it was, is they had the wrong set.
Right.
Short 5. Now we're back to double wing. Under center for the first time. Handoff right up the middle to the fullback. He's stood up after a gain of 1 or 2.
That's the way you stuff the runner there, making it 3rd and about, don't want to say, yeah, 3rd and about 2. You were correct.
King Hills on the carry. It's a little humid tonight, and it looks like they are running Hayden Hook to and from the sidelines to get the play. He's under center again. Motion across by Christian Brown. Brown picks up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, that was a close one. He rolled over him there, and that's what got him the first down. His momentum in the roll made him roll right over the line.
1st and 10, just inside the South Plainfield 35. What I was getting at is the running the quarterback to and from the sideline. You start to wonder and worry on a humid night like tonight. Do you want to tire him? Hook in the gun. Unloads. A pickup of close to 10. Big pile up.
It's a solid little screen pass out there, and he got about, I think, 9 there. It was close to a first down. No, they're giving it to him.
Well set up. Very well set up. They are giving him the first down. Ball spotted at the South Plainfield 47. Coming up on 2.5 minutes into the first quarter here from Tap Webb Field at Delaware Valley.
Oh, and a fumble.
Ball is loose. Scooped up by Jaden James. James falls forward, minimizes the loss. Actually might have even got a couple of positive feet out of that.
That's certainly a way to make something out of nothing there. That's a way to make a soup out of
The
bad
key is he
ingredients.
saved possession.
True.
Because your biggest loss there is the down now. Oh, they're going wide. This might be Wildcat because your quarterback, Hayden Hook's lined out wide here. The snap is high, and there's whistles and a false start call. Negates everything we just saw. They're going to walk South Plainfield back 5 yards.
That might be one of those rare penalties you get that just saved you, because that was a high snap. One got over the number 1's head there.
Exactly. That another one where the ball was on the ground. I almost would rather, hey, let's blow it dead. I'll give you the 5 yards, just have another shot at this. Scrap the Wildcat for now with Hayden Hook.
Nowhere
The
that time.
senior back at quarterback. That one actually loses 2-3 yards. They're back to their own 41. 3rd and
Forever.
it's about 18-19.
That was number 9, Christian Brown on the carry for that one. Do you think they throw the ball here, give the air a shot?
I think they got no choice. Hook in the gun, motion across, hands it off, makes me look bad. Nice little scamper there. Jet motion across, cuts up the right side, picks up a few yards, brings up fourth and a long 7 from the South Plainfield 49. And it looks like they're keeping the offense on.
Ooh, I don't know. They might be trying to get him to jump, or no, maybe. Yeah, he's in the gun. They might be trying to get him to jump here. Hayden Hook might be doing a hard count.
Fullback's tight. Yeah, a little bit of a hard count there. They're faking that motion, trying to draw him.
And they got themselves the jump.
And got themselves a false start. They'll back it up 5. That makes the decision for you. 7:15 to go, so they had the ball for just about 5 minutes.
See, what I don't understand there, it's like you said, a 4th and 7. It's not a 4th and 5. I don't understand why they're trying to do that there, because you would have had a 4th and 2 still.
Snaps there. Del Val was all over that, but it got off. Fair catch is signaled and made at the 23-yard line by Delaware Valley's Chase Crouchinos. Crouchunas. I like working with the PA guy nearby.
That's a big help.
It truly is. Crouchunas, they give him the 24. Be 1st and 10 for Del Val. Taking over with 6:55 to go. No score here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
They do. Their uniforms for Del Val really do remind me of Cal.
Oh, it's totally Cal.
It's Cal. But, I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing. Cal's a great football team out there. And you want to mimic greatness? There you go.
Kelton Ibach with the handoff and a runoff tackle for 4 or 5 there by Jaden Brown. Brown had a big play last week. Ibach is related to his coach, father, son there.
Curious what set we'll see here from the Terriers.
You've got a wing, it really tight. It's trips with a wing. It's pistol. Rolling to his left is Ibach, looking deep. He has wide open Braden Costello, who had a touchdown last week. And Costello, with a nice pickup, moves the chains. 1st and 10 for the Terriers at their own 47-yard line.
Now that's a perfect little pitch and catch there to Costello here. Just a perfect little whoop on the side there, getting a decent gain for the 1st down.
And I think Costello found a place where there really was no defender near him and just kind of settled in there.
I mean, if you want to do a short pass, that's how you do it. So find the open seam and take the shot.
2 receivers up top. Motion that way by Ben Culbertson. Long swing pass to him. Trying to get him into space. He's tackled after a short gain.
That pass was a little bit high there. I think if it's a little bit lower, you get more of this swing, and you get the opportunity there to make the good pass here and probably get more yards than that if he throws it just a little bit lower.
It's a nice play. The problem there is that is backwards, and if that hits the ground, you're in a foot race to get the ball.
Exactly. It's a live ball there if it goes backwards, as we all know. But, yeah, it would be a foot race. It would be a scramble. Still,
2nd and 8.
Still, you got positive yardage there.
2nd and 8. We've got a tight wing there. Motion back to a true pistol set. And it's a keeper. I thought Brown had the ball. Ibach with some sleight of hand there. Tucks it, and he's going to be close to the 1st down.
Ibach with a picture-perfect Aaron Rodgers as fake there. That was beautiful.
Check the spot. They may, let's see, they're going to call it 3rd and 1. Ibach, the senior, gets the play, goes to the huddle. 3rd and 1. You have to think it's 4-down territory here for the Terriers. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. South Plainfield at Delaware Valley. Keeper right up the middle by Ibach. He's going to move to chains. Needed 1, picked up 2. Be 1st and 10 from the South Plainfield 42-yard line.
Perfect little QB sneak there to get the first down. Easy peasy.
I'm looking at the defensive alignment pre-snap by Plainfield, and I'm thinking that he just used the gap that they created in their alignment to make that happen. Motion across, handoff to Krachunas. Krachunas is hit for about a 2-yard loss back to the 45.
And like you said, they used the information, the offense there against them, and it was just all over it, swamping the back there for a 2-yard loss. Very nice there.
Second, I'll call it a long 12. That's one thing you don't want, is to be behind schedule, to be chasing the chains here. And that's what Del Val did there.
Got to find a way to make up for it, though, and get those yards back.
Going out on the wheel is Dylan Rasimowicz. Ibach decides to keep, picks up 1 or 2, but they're still chasing the chains now. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
See, that was a nice move there by Ibach there, but realistically didn't amount to much, but he made a great move on the defendant there.
I would like to see the pattern that Rasimowicz ran there, that wheel, with another pattern underneath to kind of play with high-low with the defense here. You got a cover 2 look. Back to pass, looks for the screen, and he's sacked. A sack by number 44. And a big stand.
That is Dylan Aller who made that sack.
Aller, who had a ton of tackles last week.
What a beautiful that sack there by Aller there. Techs are perfect. Wrapped around the legs and drove him down for the sack.
Snaps back, punts up. It's going to be short of the end zone. Fair catch signaled and made. By Nick France. South Plainfield is going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
And this has been pretty much what we expected from these two teams. Defensive game so far, nothing going on in the first. About 1:28 left here with still no score. Close battle here. Close defensive scrum.
Aller, who had that sack to force the punt, had 15 tackles last week.
Wow.
In that 9-7 victory at South Brunswick for South Plainfield. Trying to sweep.
Oh.
He stood up. Lots of hats on the ball.
That was a big hit there by the group of Del Val guys.
In talking to Coach Ibach the other day, and he was talking, he was telling me they had worked a lot on tackle in that particular day. Because they saw a lot of off balance, a lot of arm tackling or lunging, or the things you don't want to see as a coach. But he said they were close to where they wanted to be. Motion across. Brandon Geronimo on the carry. Brings up a 3rd and 5. That they tended to be in the right spots, but just weren't making the tackle. You want to have that base underneath you when you do that.
Well, that's something you can work on in a practice there. That's, you know, basic football, working on tackling there. It's perfect in a practice.
Lucas Habe at quarterback now for South Plainfield. Fires out, almost intercepted. through the hands of Braden Picardo-Leask, who had a long touchdown last week for the Terriers. That would have been 6. Nobody was catching him. Through his hands, also through the receiver's hands, and I don't know if anybody was between him and the other end zone.
Yeah, I don't think so. He would have been gone there for 6.
4th and 5, Julian Hernandez, the 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore, back to punt.
Oh.
Almost blocked, and he was hit. There's not a flag on that. Fair catch made at the Del Val 49, and that's where the Terriers take over with 2 seconds left in a scoreless first quarter.
I mean, the defender there's lucky he didn't get flagged there, but he
I was
did
kind
okay.
of surprised.
Maybe it wasn't as late as we thought it was.
No,
but
I mean,
it wasn't an egregious hit, but he
No.
gave him a little shove. And, after he stood up, they both gave him a little high five there
Yeah,
for a
I
little
mean-
bit of appreciation. Still close, though. Playing with fire. Got to be sure there.
last snap, barring a penalty of this first quarter. Ibach under center. Takes the snap, rolls to his left, ball's up.
Nice
Caught
catch
by
there.
Braden Picardo-Leask. And a first down. Del Val will start the second quarter, 1st and 10
Ibach
At-
there, perfect throw.
at the South Plainfield 35-yard line.
Found the open man there, took the pitch and catch, and made it for a great game there going into the second quarter.
Again, Garden State Athletic Network coming to you live from Tap Webb Memorial Field here in Frenchtown on the campus of Delaware Valley Regional High School, where the Terriers are hosting South Plainfield. The entire fall 2025 sports season on the Garden State Athletic Networks presented by the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition. We're here tonight. We've got a game coming to you from the shore thanks to our partnership with Lighthouse, and we'll be back tomorrow. What could be a bad weather game with North Arlington traveling to Pompton Lakes.
See, the weather there is going to make that an even game, I think, because it's supposed to downpours are in the forecast for tomorrow, but then that'll make it easy to make it a mud game. That one might be entertaining to watch.
Del Val comes to the line. Kelton Ibach under center. He's got 3 receivers tight to his right. He's got a single back who he pitches to behind him. That's Gabe Miller. Miller tries to turn the corner to the right side. Really no gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Terriers.
Too much east to west on that one. He had a hole right before he made the tackle there. If he would have cut it up north, he would have had a shot there at a big game.
There's a lot of east to west so far tonight. I know we're only a quarter in, but a lot of east to west yardage tonight.
So we get another pistol set here from Del Val.
Pistol set, 2 receivers up left. 1 split to the right. Motioning out is Miller.
A little too excited there.
False start on Del Val. Going to make it 2nd and 15.
That makes me think he was getting the ball there. He looked like he was ready to go.
Often does.
Especially with the high school kids. They're always amping to get the ball, and he was probably ready to get it there.
Staying with the same set, with the same motion outside. There's the snap. Stepping up in the pocket's eye box. Settling in there was Costello, and it bounces off his hands. He was perfectly positioned there. Found a hole in the zone. He was between 2 defenders and just couldn't make the catch. And nobody feels worse about it than he does. You can see it as he comes back to the huddle.
Hey, you're going to get those drops. Move on. Be a goldfish. Forget about it.
Third
Make
and
the next one.
3rd and 15 from the 40 for Del Val. Scoreless in the first quarter.
Notice as we're going, we have a lot of bees flying around here.
I know, that's why I'm so glad I brought iced tea tonight.
Ha.
Rasimowitz in motion now. Screen pass right up the middle.
And nowhere going there for Dylan Ramascoes there. No one there, nowhere to go. Just a perfect tackle there.
Brings up an interesting decision because you're on the 37-yard line and you're fourth and a long 12. Looks like the Terriers will punt. Braden Costello back to punt.
I mean, you got to pin him back here with how this game
I
has been so
would.
defensive. Yeah.
I would. Let's play field position here. Make them drive the whole way. Punts up,
Oh.
almost blocked. He may have gotten a hand on it. And then it takes a fortuitous, well, it didn't bounce into the end zone, which was fortuitous for Delaware Valley. I thought it was going to continue to bounce to the far sideline, 90 degrees. Instead, it started to come back like a nice chip with backspin that I can't hit. And a couple of positive yards there for South Plainfield. They'll take over 1st and 10 just at, we'll call it their 9. 10:03 to go in a scoreless first half here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
Man, if he's there a half second, that one's blocked and possibly there for 6.
I can't wait to watch this again because I don't know that he didn't get a hand on it. Maybe that imparted the backspin on it. Who knows? Back at quarterback for the Tigers.
Oh.
Flag on the play. That's all going to be new. That's all going to be wiped out. But back at quarterback for the Tigers is the senior Hayden Hook, number 12. On the carry was Aiden Noblecilla, but looks like an illegal block or a hold is the call there. You're definitely going to back him up.
I think it's our first flag of the night. Relatively clean. Yeah, no, we had a couple false starts.
You had a couple of false starts.
Couple of false starts there. My mistake. But no real, no penalties during the plays, really. It was all
This is their
pre-snap.
first non-procedural call. This is the
Yeah.
first. First and 12
The crowd is correct. You can
on the 8.
not do that.
Actually, you can, but you may not. Oh, big hole there. They go right back to Aiden Noblecilla, and he snakes his way through for a decent gain and moves the chains.
Went in for 20 there, I believe. That's a way to make up the penalty yardage.
12-yard run, 1st and 10 on the 20. Hook still in at quarterback. One back, 2 fullbacks to the left side. He's just following them. And picks up 4 or 5. Noblecilla again. They gave him 4, 2nd and 6.
South Plainfield wants to succeed. Establishing in the running is paramount for this game. It wasn't their last one, and it's going to show here tonight.
You got to watch misdirection here. They're telling you what they're doing. They've got you've got basically 2 fullbacks, wing and a fullback to the left side, and you're just handing off and following them. And an official's timeout, taking a knee so the trainer can come out, is Noblecilla, who had the last couple of carries. Definitely not the player you want going off the field if you're South Plainfield.
I think he looks like he's getting a cramp there. They're checking out his leg. It could be something else, but it is a very humid day out today.
It's been cool, it's been dry, and now all of a sudden you've got a humid night, and this is a night that when I was a coach up in Connecticut, you worry about cramping, and you try to harp on the kids all the time about hydration, and that you don't start hydrating for the game at lunchtime on Friday. You start Monday or Tuesday
Right.
to hydrate. Quickly up and walking off on his own power, Noblecilla.
Like I said, I think he might have just been cramping up there. But even when I was in the band at Phillipsburg, our band director, he knew it was going to be a humid game on that Friday night. Same thing. You started hydrating that Monday, and you hydrated and kept up with it throughout the rest of the week. As the crowd cheers there.
A lot of red, white, and blue in that student section. All right.
Well, they chose it.
They chose the theme, and they're putting up. So same set here. Handoff right behind the fullbacks, and it stood up right at the hole by Braden Picardo-Leask.
Just rough and tumble football here by both these squads.
Here we come, stop us.
Exactly. But we expected that in tonight's game. We expected a lot of ground and pound, a lot of smash mouth football.
Hook coming back on with the play. They've been shuttling a lot of backs and receivers on and off between plays. I think we're going to see a different set. Yep, spread package is in now. Under center, this is old school. Under center, two backs and a tailback behind it, trying to make something happen there, but getting sniffed out was Brandon DiGeronimo. Picks up a few, but it's going to be 4th and 3. I would be stunned if it's anything but a punt coming here, as we are on the South Plainfield 27-yard line.
Just like I said, yeah, here comes the punt team.
Here comes the punt team.
They thought about it for a second, but if you were on the other 27, I'd consider it a little more. But
takes his time getting off the punt, and it bounces. Decent roll. It is going to be right around the 25. Decent punt by Julian Hernandez, though he took a while to get rid of it. 1st and 10, South Plainfield turns it over to Del Val. The Terriers will take over at their own 25. 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go in what's a fairly quick-moving game.
For those who are curious right now, Rumson fairly is currently up on Brick Memorial, 14-0 with 9:06 left in the second quarter. If you want to watch that, check it out on Lighthouse Sports Network, sponsored by Rankin Ted Alexis of Freehold.
Pistol look again with Ibach at quarterback. Brown behind him. Motion there, faked by Rasimowitz. Rasimowitz comes back, handoff to Brown. Brown gets stacked just over the line of scrimmage, pickup of a couple.
Just two stymied defenses. It's been nothing but, like I said, running the ball, and it's like you said, John, we're going to try and go. You got to try and stop us, and it's been that memo of the game all night long. Do we have multiple drums here? Because I hear drums coming from both sides.
Probably. 3 receivers tight to the right. Handoff up the middle by Miller. Miller gets him out to the 32. Going to be 3rd and 3 for the Terriers.
It's 3rd and short here. No one's taken a shot in a while. I'm not saying I expect one here, but might be interesting to take a shot here if you're Del Val.
I would want to move the chains here and then maybe doing a 1st or 2nd down.
Okay.
Because if I take the shot here, if I roll the dice on a pass here, we've got Slot left. There's the short pass to number 5. Krachunas
Kuchunas there.
moves the chains. 1st and 10 from the Del Val 44.
Well, it wasn't the shot I was expecting, but it was still a decent throw to Kuchunas there.
Well, I think with the spread formation, you get your players into space, and they're just finding the holes. I mean, I don't know that there have been that many passes tonight where Del Val hasn't been open. What you got?
We see Jaden Brown, excuse me, there. He was cramping up on the field there down. He was getting massaged by the trainer.
There's another pass by Ibach to the middle. See, they're just settling in the holes. They're finding the openings and settling down. And that was a pickup by 5 by Costello. 6, actually. Gets him right to the 50. Yeah, Brown is testing his leg, trying to run, and he grabs his calf.
He's probably cramping up a little bit.
I would think so. I don't want to speculate, but certainly possible. We're inside 4 minutes to go in this scoreless first half here on the Garden State Athletic Network. Hand up the middle to Miller. Miller picks up a few. They let the play keep going. He catches 3 more sets of shoulder pads and sets up a 3rd and 3 at the South Plainfield 48-yard line. Just under 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. No score, South Plainfield at Delaware Valley.
I mean, you know what? Shout out to the refs out there. They're letting the boys play.
They are. It's been kind of old school.
We usually like that here. We like
good.
old school smash mouth football.
So you've got a wing in a tight slot to the left-hand side. Pistol. There's the snap. Looking to throw his Ibach. Goes to the single receiver side. That's broken up.
That was a beautiful defensive play there by Kenneth Young of South Plainfield. What an amazing way to tip the ball away.
That play was never there. It was slant coming off of the line. And Young was with him stride for stride.
Perfection on defense there from him.
Kind of lucky Young didn't pick that off.
Yeah.
So now 4th and 3. We're just under 3 minutes to go. Del Val is going to go for it. They don't convert this. They're giving South Plainfield halfway decent field position.
Well, you're trusting your defense here a little bit. If you don't get it, you trust your defense to make the stop. Now, are they going to do what South Plainfield did and try the hard count?
They're under center.
And they move
We got
themselves.
whistles. They moved. They're going to back them up.
Oh, a timeout. Excuse me.
Timeout. Ben Ibach called the timeout. See what they do coming out of this. You could still punt. You could still go for it. The way your defense has been playing, and with 2 timeouts left, personally, I might be tempted to punt and see if I can pin him deep, maybe force a turnover. But I'm not, not my decision to make.
See what our coach here is thinking here. Like I said, this has been a neck-and-neck defensive struggle as we expected here from both these squads. But that's what Del Val's known for. Del Val's known for hard defense and running the football.
By the way, long ride for South Plainfield tonight. It's like the better part of an hour.
Yes, yeah.
And they're going to go for it. They've spread things out, though. You got a slot out here, one at the hash, one inside the numbers. Bottom of the numbers on the far side. Rolling to his right. And there's that. Whatever happens on that's coming back because there was a blatant hold. Blatant hold behind the line. Yeah, that's coming back. That absolutely blatant hold.
Laundry on the field. That one's coming back.
I've seen less blatant holds when holding hands.
That was, I've seen, like, you know, calling wrestling. I would expect that. That was,
3 points for a takedown.
he didn't get him down, but man, when you're trying to work the crossface, now the decision's taken out of your hands, and back to punt for Del Val is Braden Costello.
Just critical penalties like that cost you in a close game like this.
South Plainfield showed that they were going for it, and
There's the flag.
Del Val is going to get a new first down out of this, I think. See if they call this.
Are they going to call it roughing or running into the kicker? That is the question.
No, I just saw the chop. It's the 15. It's a personal foul running into the kicker. Kind of thought this was going to come. They've both come close to blocking kicks. They've both come close to taking out the punter. And South Plainfield is the first one to get called for that personal foul.
Well, they gave him one. They said, okay, you could do it once, but you did it a second time, and they threw the laundry on the field.
So that's going to be 1st and 10. Going to be around the 45-yard line of South Plainfield. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. John Kovach, Mark Sirdashney with you. All of our fall coverage brought to you by the Harrington Companies, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition.
Is this the first time we've had Del Val in the opponent's territory tonight, or we had one that was close?
No, I think they've been down here before.
Been down here? Okay.
Rolling to his right is Ibach. Looks, pumps, throws. It was almost caught.
Out of bounds. If he would have caught that, he would have caught that out of bounds there, number 11.
Picardo Leask. Del Val really showing a willingness to open it up a little bit here in this second quarter. And again, they had the big score last week. You had the 50-plus yard touchdown by the aforementioned
Picardo
Leask.
Yeah. Takes the snap.
Miller in motion out. Rolling to his left now. Ball is deflected, falls incomplete. Believe that was deflected by number 72, Mark.
I believe you are correct on that one, John. 72, that is Jesse Ablan Alp. I believe that's how you pronounce that.
Ablanalp.
Ablanalp.
Abplanalp. I'll leave that to you. 3rd and 10 for Del Val. 2:14 to go in the first half. 3 receivers near side. Motion, fake motion across. And it's again the keeper by Ibach. He weaves his way through, shortens the distance. He's going to be right around the 30, looks like the 37 they're going to give him, which is going to be a 4th and 4 for the Terriers. Minute 50 to go in the half, clock running. No score.
Once again, decision time here.
I don't think there's any, they're going for this. Pistol set, wing right, 2 receivers in inverted slot near side. Split end to the top. Ibach takes the snap, drops, ducks under a rush, throws it, finds his receiver, Dylan Rasimowicz, and Rasimowicz moves the chains. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Terriers at the South Plainfield 15 with 1:13 remaining in this first half.
What a beautiful pass there from Ibach to Rasimowicz there. Just a perfect textbook pitch and catch there for the first down.
3 receivers up top, rolling to his left, Ibach. tries to double back, gets the pass off, nobody near it. 53 seconds to go, 2nd and 10.
But he was out of the tackle box there, so no need for intentional grounding there
I
from
think
the
they were
referees.
close enough, too, that they were going to get that.
Now, even if you're Del Val here, you're around the 18, 17-yard line here, so you might have a field goal in your back pocket, but you want that touchdown here to go towards the halftime.
They did kick 2 last week, which is, it's always a good thing to have.
Only thing you can't do is take a sack here or throw a turnover.
Culbertson lined up at back behind Ibach in the pistol. Slot both sides, motion across by Picardo Lees. Ibach takes the snap and he hits Dylan Rasimowicz for the touchdown. 47 seconds to go. Just a little pitching catch there. Ibach withstood the pressure. Throws it high. It was Rasimowicz was going to catch it or nobody was going to catch it. Rasimowicz puts Del Val on the board 6-0 with the extra point pending.
The exact same play that they just ran before is the one they just did, and they absolutely nailed it. Perfect shot there, and for a touchdown, making 6-0. On board.
Braden Costello will kick the extra point. Believe we have, yeah, we've got some changes here on the line. Don't know if that's your special teams changes or if somebody needed to come off. Costello will kick. Tyler Small, number 12, on the hold, puts it down. Kick is up. No good. 6-0, the lead for Del Val. We finally have a score with 47 seconds left in this first half.
All I got to say for that one is laces out. He missed that one because the laces were in there and they screwed up the kick. Now, how aggressive are you if you're South Plainfield? If you're Bill Hamilton, what do you tell your boys? How aggressive are you?
Tough call.
This is definitely just the youngster in me, but I say you got to be aggressive. Try to get some form of point before the end of the half. Throw the ball a little bit.
Thing is, you don't want to go down 2 scores.
True. Crowd certainly loved that touchdown. I'll tell you what.
You don't need it to be a shootout for it to be an entertaining game.
No,
this
you
has
do
been
not.
a very entertaining game.
Back and forth, up and down, and all around.
Now, the debate I'm having right now internally, if I'm kicking this off, is are we kicking deep or am I going to squib it and kill more time, let it bounce around? You've only got 47 seconds. If you're going to take a shot, if you're South Plainfield, you got to do it quick. You got to get yardage quick.
True. Very, very true there, John.
I might just bounce this thing end over end, play a little pinball with it, and just see what happens.
I mean, that's what we were doing last week at West Milford. We were playing pinball.
Basically.
Going for, you think kick it deep or old school arcade cabinet?
They're going to kick it deep. The way it's set up, I think.
And
Yep.
you are correct.
He's got a great leg. Fielding it just outside the end zone and getting a decent return. Oh, ball is loose. There was a whistle with the ball loose. They'd already ruled him down.
There's one instinct that every person I know that watches football, high school, college level, is to scream ball when they see the ball on the ground.
I used to go to clinics a lot, and that, I believe, was Aiden Novelcello on the return there, and that chewed up 10 seconds, so 37 seconds left. And the ball manufacturers are always set up at the clinics trying to hawk their latest wares. I always wanted to knock one of the tables over and yell ball and just see what the reaction would be. Motion across, handoff to Hernandez.
Oh, he's gonna
Hernandez
see him.
breaks it. And excuse me, that was Brandon DiGeronimo, who's had a couple of nice runs tonight. 28 seconds left.
DiGeronimo did a great job getting out of bounds there to stop the clock.
Heads up football.
Indeed.
DiGeronimo, a junior. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 40. And Delaware Valley calls timeout. Again, all of our fall coverage here on the new Garden State Athletic Network, brought to you by the Harrington Companies, Champion Athletes, Sports Nutrition, Performance Trophy and Medals, and Forum Coffee.
We love all of our amazing sponsors here at the Garden State Athletic Network for helping us call all the action and get you the best matchups in the Garden State.
Zach, did I get all four because I did it out of order? And I can't. I'm good. Good.
He
Thanks,
says
Zach.
yes.
Zach gives me the thumbs up. Thank you, Zach.
Shout out to Zach, our production guy here.
Because doing that out of order was a lot harder than I expected it to be. M&M playing to pump up the defense. 1st and 10 for South Plainfield.
Ooh, they got away with a false start there. Oh,
Ball is
tipped and
deflected
catch.
and caught.
Tip drill.
In at quarterback, number 14, Lucas Habe, and the ball is caught by Dylan Aller, who had the big sack early on for a gain of 3. 19 seconds to go in this first half.
This might just be me, but that should be about 21. I think that's when he stepped out. But I'm not the clock keeper. I do my best, though. The clock keeper here does do a great job of what he does. He's a pretty great guy.
Back to pass again. Habe lofts it up out of bounds. Didn't take a ton of time off. 3rd and 7, 14 seconds to go.
How many more shots do you take here if you're South Plainfield?
I want to move to chains right now because I don't want to give Delaware Valley the ball back.
I agree with you. Del Val is in a, looks like probably a cover 3.
It's at least a 3, and they might even be a 5. I want to see what the corners do. But you've got 3 are playing 17 yards off the ball, Mark.
Yeah, look at that. Take the snap. Oh, bobbles it there. Looks.
Pressure, thrown out, and it's dropped.
Last hole is completed before the ball for the Tigers. 7 seconds remaining in the half.
Okay, you got
By
7 seconds.
DiGeronimo.
You got 7 seconds here.
Take a snap and just run around for 7 or hand off something. Kill 7 seconds. Kill 7 seconds and get to the half because you're an extra point away. You're a touchdown and an extra point away from being in the lead if you're South Plainfield.
I mean, you don't want to give Del Valle any momentum with the turnover either.
Habe comes on with King Hills. King Hills a fresh set of legs. And let's see where they put him. They've got that 2 fullback look. Motion across.
And you were
Hand
right.
off to Jaden Jones. Jones runs, ducks, turns upfield. He's going to pick up. He might have even gotten close to the first down, but it's academic now as time has expired. 6-0 to score in favor of Delaware Valley, facing South Plainfield here on the Garden State Athletic Network. Mark and I are going to step away, but we are going to show you the performance by the Delaware Valley Regional Band during this halftime. Mark and I are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to start the second half here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
swap back in there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Del Val High School, where the Delaware Valley Terriers lead the South Plainfield Tigers with a score of 6-0. I'm Bart Sirdashney alongside my partner, James Kovach. John Kovach, excuse me. I am screwing up names today, aren't I?
It's all right. Big call, worse.
What a defensive half of football we've had so far, with the score only being 6-0.
6-0, the only score. Really a nice pitching catch from Kelton Ibach to Dylan Rasimowitz. 15-yarder. We're going to take a quick look at that. Rasimowitz there in the stretch lines. We're about halfway through the pre-second half warm-up. Mandatory for some time here in high school football. And Rasimowitz was in traffic, but just the ball was up there where he had to extend to catch it, made the catch. If he didn't catch it, it was going out of the end of the end zone.
And he made a heck of a catch there to make the score 6-0 here.
Extra point, no good, so that leaves a window open for South Plainfield if they can score. They elected to take the ball to start the first half, so it's going to be Del Val's ball with the lead when action resumes in less than a minute here in this big Central Conference game. Halftime, we were able to bring you a live stream of the Del Val Golden Regiment's marching band halftime show.
Fantastic show.
I'm just all over football when you can have a marching band. Our coverage of football, of marching bands, and of all our sports this fall brought to you by the Harrington Companies, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition.
We thank all of our sponsors here at the Garden State Athletic Network for helping us cover everything in the Garden State. As we see the trainers stretching out some of the folks on the Del Val sideline.
Again, cramping's your big concern, I think, tonight. Because it's humid. It's not that hot, but it's humid. You sweat and you don't realize how much you're sweating.
Yeah.
And I was always amazed. I've probably quoted this stat way too much, but when I took the coaching certification course up in Connecticut, one of the things they tell you, and it just blew me away, was that if you're thirsty, you needed that drink 15 minutes earlier.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Huh.
Well, somebody dropped their mouthpiece during pregame and then found it and has recovered it and is now cleaning the little pulverized rubber pellets off. Tasty. Kickoff fielded by
number 16 there.
Costello, Braden Costello. Costello with some misdirection, breaks through. Couple of weaves, drop the shoulder, gets it all the way out, outside the 40. 1st and 10 for Del Val at the 42-yard line. The Terriers with a 6-0 lead.
Ooh, baby, he almost broke one, I tell you. That close to a 12-0 game.
Excellent service every price point every time. Luxury service. Mary. Mark. Hello.
The crowd singing Seven Nation Army there as they get ready for the offense to start the drive here. Ooh, a little bit of misdirection here. Costello takes it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage there.
A lot of work for minimal gain there.
When they check on a player, allows us to tell you that the clock operator tonight is none other than Joe Moranchak.
And we're checking on a Plainfield player.
Judge tonight is Henry Hennick. Your line judge is Freddie Herzog Jr. Your headline tonight,
I believe that is, coach is kind of standing in the way there. That is number 4. That is Kenneth Young out there, I think, who is the injured player. But the coach was kind of covering him there. You couldn't really tell. Hoping whoever it is okay.
First and 10. Oh. Second and 10 for Delaware Valley. Their own 41. Two receivers near side with a wing, lined up in pistol.
Ooh.
I don't know who they're going to call that on because the two edges from South Plainfield jumped, but then again so did the number 1 receiver to our side.
Everybody jumped there.
And it looks like we're going to have a discussion here. They used to call in the NFL, and it used to drive me crazy, offsetting false starts and encroachments. Somebody move first. See what they do here.
And they call the
false start, so it's going to be 2nd and 15 from the Del Val 36. Again, Del Val in the navy, gold numbers, gold terriers down the side of the leg, and Val in yellow on the blue helmet, very reminiscent of University of California. And South Plainfield in white with green trim, green lettering and logos. Iback takes the snap, rolls to his left, looks downfield. He's trying to get the edge, and he's dragged down from behind by number 5 from South Plainfield.
He had number 16. He had a Braden Costello open there for a second, but the defender got him too quick. Wasn't able to make a throw.
Great pursuit by King Hills of South Plainfield in chasing down Iback for the sack. 3rd and 16 now. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. 6-0 in favor of the Terriers here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
Very much a similar story to the first half we've had so far in this one.
3 receivers to the right. Iback to pass. He has a wide open receiver coming across the field.
20, 10, 5, and he's down at the 1.
Chase Krachunas.
Oh, and he's hurt on it.
Tackled it looks like it's just inside the 5. He is slow getting up. Training staff getting to him. Again, the Garden State Athletic Network's whole fall season, sponsored by the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition. And already up and off the field on his own power was Braden Costello, who just about broke that one. Beautiful crossing route. Just put right on him in a hole in the defense. And excuse me, that was Krachunas who caught that.
And he's hurting. They're stretching him out over there. He's hurting there. But again, that looks more like a cramp, if anything, because he had to run so hard. But you're going to get that on humans.
You get grabbed from behind. You get your leg twisted a funny way. And so 1st and goal, just outside the 5.
I thought he was a little closer than that, but I guess not. Refs decided otherwise.
Iback taking the snap into pistol. Hands off to Brown. Jaden Brown ladders his way to the right side and finds the end zone, doubling the Del Val lead to 12-0 with 9:07 left in the third quarter. Now we'll see if they're going to kick this, which it looks like they are. or if they're going to chase that extra point that they missed in the first half. They're going to kick this.
He missed it last time. Let's see if Brandon Costello can get the kick and make it this time, right down the middle. We've got a pretty good vantage point here. Oh, low snap, and he gets the kick away anyway. And it now doinks off the upright.
Off the right upright.
You can hear that from over here.
Costello, who had 2 field goals last week, is now 0 for 2 on the PAT. 12-0 the lead remains for Delaware Valley. Again, both teams 1-0 coming into tonight's game. South Plainfield beat East Brunswick 9-7. And it was not a triple, it was a safety that decided that one. And Costello had 2 field goals and was 3 for 3 on PATs, as Del Val beat Metuchen 27-13 during week 0.
I still don't think I'm ever going to use the here in week 0.
I struggle with it myself.
Good to go up here.
Still, if you're South Plainfield here, you got to find a way to draw the field down the ball. Drive the ball down the field and get some points somehow, some way.
Deep kick by Costello.
Return there, and and he might not need a. I stand corrected. He had a convoy there.
They do have a nice return game.
We did mention last night South Plainfield did have a 76-yard punt return for a touchdown.
Correct. That was their touchdown last week. Here they're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 30, trailing 12-0 at Tap Webb Memorial Field here in Frenchtown. Double wing with a third back. Nothing fancy here. Just a handoff, trying to get the edge. Trying to turn the edge there for the Tigers is number 1, Jaden Jones. Picks up about, call it a short 3, brings up 2nd and 7. Again, we will be back with you tomorrow from Pompton Lakes High School. Well, actually, Pompton Lakes. It's fields not at the school. North Arlington making the trip to play Pompton Lakes. All kinds of movement in the backfield. The snap's low. It's, I think, covered by the quarterback, Hook. That just didn't look right. There's just a lot of darting around.
A lot of moving around and not much of a result for it.
Loss of 2, 3rd and 10 now from the 30.
3rd and 10. Ball spot just left 30-yard line.
Hayden Hook, the senior, number 12, at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to his left, takes the snap, hands it off to number 9, Christian Brown. Brown weaves his way for a few, but at 4th and 4, I'd be surprised if the Tigers don't punt here. They might be going.
You see, they might try and draw the Terriers offside here once again. They might try that tactic. Looks like they're going to go.
Nobody back to punt. 2 wings. Motion across. They like that short motion. Stop it, send him back. Just like that.
And
now they burned a timeout.
Del Val's not biting on that. They may be named after dogs, but they don't bite like that.
6:49 to go. South Plainfield burns a timeout after trying to draw Delaware Valley off sides. Looks like mass substitutions here, so they probably will put the punt team on.
You try anything fancy here? I mean, it's 4th and 5 on your own.
You know, if I was 10 yards further out, I might. But where I am now, well, 4th and 4, probably not, but
We've
you
seen
know,
crazier.
yeah, oh, I called crazier, but here's your other thing is you've had this wholesale rush coming from both punt return teams where you've had several near misses and one rough in the kicker called.
True that.
Can you play off of that? Can you use their aggression against them? You know, call a direct snap to one of the upbacks. Motion coming in. There's a snap almost blocked again. Ball takes a bounce. Del Val's going to let it roll, and it's going to come to a stop at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Terriers with 6:39 to go. In the third quarter, you're watching South Plainfield at Delaware Valley on the Garden State Athletic Network. John Kovach, Mark Sirdashney. 12-0 in favor of the host Terriers.
Score might not say much, but this is a very entertaining football game here between these two teams.
Kelton Ibach has the play and trots out to the huddle.
As you mentioned, it does not have to be a crazy high-scoring shootout to be an entertaining football game.
No, absolutely not. So we've got the Delta formation we've seen a bunch of times, tight to the left, one back, and a wide out. Ibach looks, tries to go back to that same crossing route with the intent of hitting number 7, Dylan Rasimowitz, who scored the first touchdown for the Terriers. They can't connect, 2nd and 10.
Again, amazing defense there. Just to tip the ball, but we almost had a tip drill catch by him. We've had a few tip drills today. One of the biggest things you can work on in practice as a coach is the tip drill.
They're not shy about throwing it into traffic.
No.
But the receivers have done a great job for Del Val of finding the little holes in the zone and settling in there. Rolling to his right is Ibach. Lofts one up. He's got a receiver deep. Braden Picardo-Leask catches the long one and gets all the way. He's going to be inside the 20. And that's going to be a spotting it at the 20. We have a player down. That's the delay here.
It's one of the linemen for Del Val. That's number 6. That it's Lucan Alberti there, the senior.
55-yard reception. Sets up the Terriers at the South Plainfield 20, looking to punch another one in. Alberti up walking off under his own power.
And the crowd seems to love it as he walks off on his own power. We said this was going to be a tight defensive game early on in the first quarter, but Del Val seems to be building on that momentum and trying to run away with it here in the second half. If you're South Plainfield, you got to find a way to stop the bleeding, and it's that simple.
I think you've got to put some pressure on Ibach because Ibach's been free to roll, to step up, and find the open receiver. Motion. Ibach fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, tries to weave his way through. He's going to get about 5. Could be 2nd and 5 from the 15.
Well, it's like you said, you got to find a way to get pressure on Ibach there, or he's going to be able to run like that. If you can't get pressure on the quarterback, he's going to be able to run wherever the heck he wants to.
Second and 5, just outside the 15. True spread pistol with one back. 2 receivers each side. Motion across. Back to passes. Ibach lofts one up.
And makes the catch, number 2. That is Vinny Casagrande there with the touchdown for the Terriers on a beautiful diving catch. Ho-ho, baby.
Ibach just lofts it up and it lets it settle into the hands of Casagrande as he runs toward the corner. Yet again, a pass close to the South Plainfield end zone that Ibach lofts, and it's either his receivers catching it or nobody is.
Exactly, and that is the best kind of pass you can throw from a quarterback. Either my guy's going to jump up and get the ball, or it's going to fall to the ground incomplete. No chance the defender had there on that one. As Costello gets up to kick it one more time. And this time he knocks it through.
19-0 the score in favor of the host Delaware Valley over South Plainfield on the Garden State Athletic Network. Brought to you by the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Forum Coffee, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition.
We're thankful for all of our great sponsors here at the Garden State Athletic Network for helping us cover every sporting event in New Jersey. As the crowd continues to dance, cheer, and have a great time, we're having a great time here too, aren't we, John?
We are. .506 to go in the third quarter.
And here's what we love. If the sun's going down, the lights are coming out, we're back on Friday Night Lights football, baby. Gotta love it. Sorry, I let my jersey come out for a second there.
Just for a second.
South Plainfield, you got to find the way to get the ball down the field and do something with it today. It's just got to happen or the bleeding's just going to continue.
And again, in talking to Coach Hamilton of South Plainfield before the game, I said, "Are you healthy?" And he just kind of gave me a look and indicated that was not the case. What coverage there by Del Val. They get around and behind the wedge and put a stop to the return by Christian Brown of South Plainfield. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own, looks like 22, with just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're chasing 3 scores, 19-0.
I think that means you got to start taking a few shots here. Do something with the ball here. Take a long ball here. I know you might have to make some risks here, but it's what you got to do to be able to get back in this game with a quarter left.
The freshman Lucas Habe, number 14, back in at quarterback. 2 receivers up top. Snap. Habe looks to his right. Lofts one. Lot of hand fighting for that. No flag. Falls short of Nick France. I like the fact that the official let him play a little bit for that. Ball was a little under. Could have been a little bit of a push, but not enough to call the flag.
I think if that ball is thrown okay, you might have seen some laundry come out, but it was too underthrown there for anything to be called. But like I said, they took the shot because you needed it.
2nd and 10 from the 23.
Still keeping the freshman in a quarterback here. It's an interesting move.
They tend to do it by series is what I've picked up, is that you've had the senior hook in, he'll do a series or 2, and then you'll see Habe come in.
Oh, boy.
Snap is off his hands. Looks like, no, it squirts out again. Del Val celebrating like they have it. We don't have an official signal. There we do. And a big turnover there gives Delaware Valley the ball. 1st and 10 at the South Plainfield 15. Not what the Tigers needed here.
It just hit him square in the face, and you got to catch that if you're the quarterback there. Again, a freshman quarterback here making a unfortunate freshman mistake. And now Del Val set up at the 25, just on the cusp of the red zone. Looking to build on their lead.
2 receivers left with a wing. Liebeck back to throw, steps up into pressure, avoids it, throws, looking for a flag is Del Val's Braden Picardo-Leask. He's not getting one. 2nd and 10.
That ball's a few inches lower. He gets that flag. That ball was just a little bit too high over his head. I think to warrant that flag, it was uncatchable there.
I don't know that I wouldn't keep it on the ground here and see what I can do and burn some clock.
I mean, you got 4:14 left in the third here, and you've already got a 3-score lead.
Right,
so why
there's
not?
a lot of time. You know, it's nice to be up 4 scores. It's nice to shorten the game. Which nice do you like? 19-0. There's a lot of nice things happening. Motion across, handoff up the middle, laddering it outside is Jaden Brown.
Oh, did he lose the football there?
Brown got 2. They're moving. Okay, so the box moved. There's a hold. This is all null and void. Everything you just saw.
I think he lost the football on that one. They jumped at it. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end, but still, it's something to know.
Well, I think they must have called him down because if he did lose it, they would have let that play out. Instead, now you've got 2nd and 20 from the 35-yard line of South Plainfield for the Delaware Valley Terriers. 3:30 left in this third quarter. Snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, does Ibach.
Oh.
That one's off of the hands of number 5, Krachunas.
Petrunas is lucky, number 19 there. Didn't pick that one off.
And I think it didn't look like he landed great, and it looks like he might be feeling some ill effects of that, some cramps. He's walking off, as is one of the linemen.
It's number 65. That's Corey Hale there. It's the sophomore offensive lineman there for the Terriers, walking off the field in some pain.
3rd and 20 now from the South Plainfield 35.
Well, at this point, you take the possession and you run the ball. I wouldn't do much else if I was Del Val here. You've got the 3-score lead. Maybe take a long field goal shot?
I was just thinking about that. I was just trying to do the math. It's a long field goal, though. But if you can pick up some yards here, you get 10 here, I might think about it.
It's a 45-yard field goal, I believe, from here.
.52, you got the 7. Pass to the middle, caught on the ground by Dylan Rasimowitz. Now I might think field goal, because now I'm looking at
and that's what 42. They're gonna do. I believe that's exactly what we're going to do. PA announcer says 42-yarder here, I believe.
It is.
Let's see.
31, so it'll be 41-yarder for Costello.
41-yarder here.
Braden Costello kicks up, bending back, and he hits the right upright for the 2nd time tonight.
Another doink. You hate to see it.
He's got to shake it off. He's got to shake it off. You see his teammates just trying to pick him back up.
Okay, South Plainfield, you got the turnover, the momentum booster that you needed here. Take it and use it. You got to find some way to make a comeback here if you want to make this interesting. Find a way to get a score. Do something. I don't want to sound too much like a coach here, but it's what you got to do.
2:22 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for South Plainfield at their own 20-yard line.
Why are they starting at the 20? I thought they would start at their whatever the field goal ended. That's a little strange.
No, it has to do with the spot coming off a missed field goal.
Gotcha. Oh, and here we go. Here's a lane. Big lane there for number 9 there.
Brown on the carry.
That is Christian Brown on the carry there for the Terriers. Gains about 10 and gains the first down.
Brown has tried to get the edge a few times tonight. If they spring him out there,
he might go.
He might. I mean, he's just barely missed it. You see him now. We've got 2 receivers wide, 2 wings. They're going to hand off back to Brown. He plants, cuts up
And he's
the
gonna
middle.
go.
He's broken through. He's pulled
he
down
lost the
from
ball.
behind and lost the ball.
Brown was right around. I think he lost the football. I'm going to check on it.
Brown had gotten it all the way to the Del Val 41. Coming up for the Terriers, Tyler Small.
Just when you thought you had some momentum, you go and cough up the ball.
He got chased down from
He's hurt.
behind, did Brown, and he's slow to get up.
He's hurt.
They're stretching him out.
Just a perfect fist to the ball there by number 44 there. Perfect swing, and he knocked it clean out of Brown's hands. And Brown is up and walking on his own power there. That's a great sight to see.
Yeah.
He's been one of the few players that's came to play today for South Plainfield.
Well, I think they've all come to play. I think it's a matter of little things going wrong, and it's a team that's banged up, according to their coach.
That is true. Bill Hamilton did say they're not at 100%. You are very much correct on that. Again, we keep bringing up the Brown was close. He almost had the breakaway there.
Got caught from behind. Del Val's ball at their 40, 1st and 10. Under center, Ibach takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and a gang tackle of Jaden Brown by a whole host of Tigers.
Brown would not go down there. He kept fighting and fighting and fighting for more and more yards.
Coming up on a minute to go in the third quarter, 19-0 to score in favor of Del Val.
And here we go again. The humidity really starting to get to some of these guys here as we get another injured Tiger down here, I think.
You know, if you want to grow your local business like the Harrington Companies and Contractors and like Forum Coffee and like Performance Trophies and Medals and like Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, you can become a sponsor too. By sending an email to sponsors@GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com. And again, we're going to be back with you, high school football again tomorrow from Pompton Lakes, North Arlington, Pompton Lakes. Looking forward to that one.
In the rain, and most likely, based on the weather forecast.
Just keep the thunder and lightning away, and I'm okay with it. 2nd and 8 for Del Val. Clock running inside 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. They lead by 19. They have the ball at their own 42. Motion across. Back to passes. Ibach gets it off. Just a pitching catch. Pitching catch to Braden Costello, who settled in a hole in the defense and is able to move the ball into South Plainfield territory. 1st and 10 on the Tigers' 45-yard line. Coming up on 10 seconds to go in the quarter. If I'm Del Val, I'm staying in the huddle. I'm getting the water out to them. Get everybody an extra drink. Let this quarter go, which they've done. and take a 19-point lead into the fourth quarter. Delaware Valley 19, South Plainfield nothing. We're going to jump around and be right back with the fourth quarter here on the Garden State Athletic Network. I wish we could get this cutout head in front of us that's bouncing up and down on camera, Zach. I really, truly do. Because it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. You'll see a few of those as we go to more games. More people will have the cardboard cutouts of the players, usually family members or boyfriends, girlfriends, etc. Usually you'll see a lot of this. Usually just the face. He's lucky. He's got the whole body.
We got a whole torso silhouette. Got the football. It's well done. 1st and 10 for Del Val. On the carry, Ben Culbertson, who had a touchdown last week, tries to take it to the right side, doesn't turn the corner. He loses a few. Going to bring up 2nd and a long 13. Almost from the South Plainfield 47-yard line. You kids who are still in school, if you don't think you'll ever use a number line, you will do so in football. So pay attention in math. You know what I know about math, Mark?
What?
Math am hard.
Indeed, math am hard. Indeed.
In the pistol, that snap gets past Eibach. He tries to cover it, loses it. I think this is going to be South Plainfield's ball. And it is 1st and 10 from their own, from the 36-yard line of Del Val early in this fourth quarter. If South Plainfield can convert this,
we've got a ball game.
Might be interesting. If you started to, you might want to turn the car around and come back if you're trying to beat the traffic here on Hog Hollow Road.
Oh, I don't think anybody's trying to beat the traffic.
No, a good crowd. They're staying and they're into it. I mean, it's been a great night. We've got the big flag still hanging from the fire engine across the way. We had military appreciation night and a lot of school personnel honored for their service. We had a great halftime show. Real sense of community here. Snap there to Hape, and Hape is brought down.
Got to throw the ball. Just no chance for South Plainfield's offensive line. Swarm of blue and gold.
He didn't have time to think about throwing the ball, Mark. They were all over him quick.
A swarm of blue and gold around the quarterback faster than you can say, believe.
Habe gets the play and runs it in to freshman number 14. You get to a point, too. The defense wants a shutout. That's a big deal for them.
Looks good on the stat sheet, and as we go.
More pressure. That was intercepted.
And he's at the 50, the 40, the 30, and he's going to be down inside the 30 there, right at the 30-yard line.
Liam Murphy, the junior, right there with the interception, gets the turnover right back, and Del Val's in business fairly deep in South Plainfield territory. 1st and 10 with 10:06 to go in regulation.
That's what happens when you have to get desperate there. There is a costly turnover by the South Plainfield Tigers. But when you're down by 3 scores, you got to throw the ball. And when you have to take risks, stuff like that happens.
Ball spotted at the 28 of South Plainfield for the Terriers, who already lead 19-0. One receiver up top to the left. Wing and a wide out. Motion. Z motion. Trying to open up a lane. For Culbertson.
And another player down once again for South Plainfield here. The crowd Oh, we have two. Two down.
One for each.
Again, it's getting late in the game here. We're probably going to see some of that here.
Oh, yeah, you've got to both are up, both are shaking the legs off. Looks to just be cramps. But it's going to, on the way here, when I felt the weather, I'm like, it's going to be one of those nights.
Flag down on the play.
Oh, there's a flag on the play, too.
Dead ball.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against South Plainfield. Not what the Tigers need right now. And that's going to really set Del Val up to start to lock this down. It's going to be first. Oh, and if you could make it any worse, they're on the 11. They're actually outside the 10. So they can actually get a first down and kill more clock if they want it.
You're very right.
It's first down just outside the 10. If you look, they can get the first down right around the 1. Snap and a handoff to Culbertson. Culbertson breaks a couple of tackles, forces his way in, drives it over the line, and scores 25-0 in favor of the Terriers with 9:13 to go in regulation. Just nothing fancy there. Just hand it off and run right at him.
As you hear the victory march played by the Golden Regiment Band here. This one starting to get away from South Plainfield. Took a little while, but
it's a lot. And if you're a banged-up team coming in, if you're going to get worn down. Costello, who's had his struggles tonight, giving another shot at it. That one's up, and that one's good. 26-0 to score in favor of the host Delaware Valley with 9:13 left in the fourth quarter.
You're here with Mark Sirdashney and John Kovach on the Garden State Athletic Network.
26-7 Terriers.
This is a great atmosphere here.
I agree. The
I would
fans
come
have been
back
into
here
this.
to do a game in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. Vance, the athletic director, good old friend of mine. I'm pretty sure if we talk to him, we might be back here sooner rather than later, and I sure hope so. I've had a great time here tonight. The fans have been into it all night. The crowd here has been great. The great ceremony we had earlier. Shout out to all our veterans out there, both overseas and in the United States, for serving our country and your sacrifice. We appreciate you.
If you want us to cover your games, you can reach out to us. Our website, GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com.
Click that little info button there and send us a message.
Because we're happy to come out and give you the whole community experience. Give you the halftime show, the pregame. Kick is up. Fielded around the 10. He's got blockers.
Christian Brown tonight has been the star of the South Plainfield Tigers team. He's been close almost every time, whether he's running the ball or getting a kickoff or their punt return. He's been inches away from getting a break-off touchdown run.
Right here, he gets them a first down at their own 35. Coming up on 9 minutes, 9:02 to go in the fourth quarter.
A little bit of a drop ball there by the referee.
It happens.
Yeah, he got it though. He made the fumble recovery.
Wing and two receivers to the left. Handoff by Hook across to Brown. Brown is trying to do some nifty footwork and cut, but he's stopping, and that allows inside-out pressure by Del Val to stop him after a gain of about 5.
Second and 5, ball to 40.
You got to try to make that cut without stopping.
Christian Brown, though, I will give him the junior here. I'm sure next year when he's a senior, he'll have a lot of scouts looking his way. He's been playing out of his head today. He may not have a score yet, but he's had probably the most yardage on the entire team. He's been outstanding today.
Handoff there.
That is number 5, I
King
believe.
Hills.
Is King Hills.
Hills is a presence. Hills is a 5'10", 210-pound senior. I'm kind of surprised we didn't early on see a lot of bruising. You know, let him lead a few plays and then go to the quickie or go to the trap, and let him line up at like a fullback and just drop his shoulder and go.
I mean, I'm surprised they're not using him more in the blocking game either. You'd think you'd be able to set a block there. As I say that, that's exactly what they do. Making me look bad there, South Plainfield, but he gets a decent run there, and that's going to move the chains.
Jaden Jones on the carry. Went in motion, took the handoff, planted and cut. First and 10 at the Del Val 49 for South Plainfield. They trail 26-0 with about 7 minutes to go. Brown takes the handoff, loops back. He's in trouble, tries to reverse fields. He can't help himself now. He's going to lose a lot. He is going to be down inside the South Plainfield 40. See where they spot that? They spot that around the 44-yard line.
Just trying to do too much. Just trying to do too much there.
Excuse me. My mistake there on counting. 39.
And this is why, folks, like we brought up, you need that lumber line sometimes. It really does help.
2nd and 20. Hook tries to throw to his motion man there, Jones. Overthrew him a little bit. And South Plainfield does a lot to try to motion and get guys in space.
MLB scoreboard, the Mets lead 5-4 in the top of the 5th over Cincinnati. Actually down 4-0 already to the Blue Jays up in Toronto. That's big 3 actually with the Bronx. Big 3-game series there. And the Phillies lead 2-1 after 3.
3rd and long. South Plainfield from their own 39. Motion across by Jones. Hook takes the snap. He lofts a long one. He's got an open receiver who can't come down with it. They go up to high point the ball. Both number 20 for South Plainfield, Matt Rennie.
Again, great defense there, but I believe that was number 34.
You want that's Ben Culberson.
Thank you.
And you want to high point the ball. You want to get the ball at its highest point. They both did that. South Plainfield going to punt here.
I mean, I'm a little surprised.
Your choices are limited. I mean,
booming kick there.
Yeah, it's going to get a nice roll. That's actually going to really help South Plainfield. Going to roll to a stop just outside the Delaware Valley 5, where it'll be 1st and 10 with about 5.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter here on the Garden State Athletic Network, coming to you from Tap Webb Memorial Field at Delaware Valley Regional High School.
If you're so inclined, you can watch this one later on YouTube on the Garden State Athletic Network. They're here tonight. South Plainfield and Del Val.
Again, we'll be back with you tomorrow. This is that they've moved this kickoff, given the forecast, that North Arlington at Pompton Lakes game has been moved from 1 to 12:30. So hopefully that helps a little bit with keeping things moving and on schedule.
And we'll be there to cover all the action between those two teams out there in Pompton Lakes. Regardless of time.
Exactly. We're there. Tell us where to be when. Handoff
And going
to Brown.
lower there.
Brown trying to pick his way through. Can't really find an opening. 2nd and 8 for Delaware Valley. Clock running. They lead 26-0.
I'm kind of surprised Del Valle.
We've got an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Del Valle. That's going to back this up half the distance. So they're going to have 2nd down at the 4. It's going to be 2nd and we'll call it 13. The thing with those unsportsmanlikes, and both teams have one right now, if you're a player that gets the second one, you're sitting out next week.
Yeah.
You got to keep your head. Kelton Ibach in pistol, takes the handoff, hands it off to Brown. Brown takes it out to the right, tries to find an opening to run up, ends up driven out of bounds, picks up a few, makes the 3rd down a little bit more manageable. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the Del Valle 14.
He took a shot, though. Excuse me.
3rd and long 3. Terriers.
Again, if you want to sponsor, if you like what you've seen, email sponsors at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com. Handoff, snap, rolling to his left is Ibach. Finds the open receiver.
That is Costello there and a pretty nice grab for him.
Couldn't get any yards after the catch, but got enough to move to chains and keep the clock running as we come down on 3 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Delaware Valley already up 26-0.
I think Del Valle is only going to need probably about 1, maybe 2 first downs here, and you could take the L at 11 because this one will be over, brother. And they're taking their sweet time.
Oh yeah, you're telling your quarterback to look for the back judge's signal that you're inside 5 seconds on the play clock. Hand just went up. There it is. The far official you could see. You probably couldn't see it on the camera. Little bit of a snafu there and pickup of a couple. Not that it matters. You see the back official's hand go up that tells you there's 5 seconds left on the play clock. Then you think about snapping it. Burn as much time as you can. Stay in the huddle. Coming up on 2 minutes to go.
In this one.
2nd and 9. Another handoff
Taking another
to
shot.
Brown.
Taking a few big hits there.
Minute and a half to go. 3rd and long 11 for Del Valle. We got a stoppage now with a player down. Again, we want to thank our sponsors for the fall season, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee for their support of the Garden State Athletic Network. Mark, you have a score from that game that Lighthouse is doing?
Give me 1 second, and I'll pull that up.
Sure.
Right for you.
And again, we're bringing you some South Jersey games through our partnership with Lighthouse Sports Network.
Rumson Fairhaven is currently up 35-7 over Brick Memorial.
Okay. Thank you for that.
the Bulldogs out there, they're a great squad out in the Shore Conference. They're a really, really tough squad. Once again, shout out to our partner program over on Lighthouse Sports Network. They do great work over there, and we thank them for their support of us here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
Six nothing at the half, then 20 unanswered points here in the second half by Del Val. The injured player getting up, it appears.
As Del Val takes a knee here for their teammate here.
Coming up next for Del Val, they've got they're at Bernards on September 12th, at J.P. Stevens on the 19th, Voorhees on September 26th, at South River on October 4th, and they host Johnson on October 10th. For South Plainfield, the player is up. For South Plainfield, they have North Plainfield on September 12th. They'll travel to Cranford on the 19th, travel to Governor Livingston on the 26th, host Bernards October 3rd, host New Brunswick on October 10th. Walking off the field with a little bit of assistance.
It is Brown.
Is Jaden Brown.
Like I said, he had taken a few big hits there as the crowd chants his name.
Got a coach or trainer on each side of him, but he is walking off.
Now back to the topic of the upcoming games. I'm intrigued by that South and North Plainfield matchup coming up next week.
Yeah.
That's a rivalry game that should be fun to watch.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Because I know South Plainfield is going to be itching to rebound from tonight. Third and a long 11 for Del Val. Just over a minute to go. Snap attempted a jump cut. That was number 3. That was Gabe Miller. 4th and 10 now with 44 seconds and the clock running, 40 seconds. They may have to snap the ball here.
I believe they likely will, yeah. They're going to have to snap the ball with probably about...
Because sometimes what they'll do, the officials will wait to whistle it in. And yeah, they're running the clock here.
They're clapping about something.
Yeah, they may not have to break the huddle here. We're coming up on 25 seconds to go.
Somebody just called a timeout. I think I just heard a whistle. Yeah.
Yeah, Del Val took it as long as they could and then called the timeout before the delay of game.
Like I said, this one just, like you said, 20 unanswered points by Del Val High School. And what we thought was going to be a close game in the beginning with 6-0 just turned into a runaway train for Del Val. And
well, the passes got open, and they went back to a similar pass on, I believe, 3 of the touchdowns.
Yeah, you're right. They're like almost nearly identical passes. Just into coverage, and the quarterback made it so the only guy that was going to be able to catch that football was his guy or the ground. Contrary to popular belief, the ground can't catch football. Not very well, but it can. particularly if it rains.
Truth.
You're doing a good job with those guys. We might have to split up for a little bit. You might have to go with Hughes because you do a good job.
It looks like Del Val will punt. Punts away. And saved from it was bouncing back toward the Del Val end zone. Liam Murphy had a big play earlier, is able to grab that and smother it before Del Val loses any more.
So we've got 4 seconds left here. South Plainfield looking to, still got the ball here, but if you're South Plainfield, you got to build on this next week, go into practices, and you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder coming up against your rival, against North Plainfield. You want to rebound from this loss. But Bill Hamilton's a great coach, and I'm sure he'll find a way to break his boys' rebound.
DB's playing back, playing loose for Del Val. They want to preserve the shutout. Motion across, handoff to Christian Brown. Brown turns the corner. Brown tries to cut back, cuts back into some traffic. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's going to do it here at Delaware Valley. 26-0, the Terriers on their military appreciation night shut out South Plainfield. 20 points unanswered in the second half. Make for a one-sided win for Del Val.
It's a shame because we thought we had a close one here coming up, but 20 straight unanswered points there for Del Val. Just ended up running away with it. As we get the traditional high school handshake here between both sides, something you always love to see is the sportsmanship between the boys. They fight hard and they respect each other always. And that's what we teach here in high school. We teach respect.
A lot of excitement for the Del Val Terriers as they finish the handshake line.
As we hear Real American being played in the background, the American flag waving happily as the Del Val Terriers celebrate their victory here tonight.
I can't think of a better way to end it than with Real American and the flag on. So for everybody on our crew, for Mark Sirdashney, for Zach Komar, for the entire Garden State Athletic Network, this is John Kovach. Thanks for joining us.
Brothers.